Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So me today. I'm gonna do a story time on how I. Oh shit! This bed's so hot. This bed's so hot. Okay, but anyways, I'm doing a story time on my first date. Yeah. So my first date was in 7th grade. Surprisingly, all my interesting life experiences. Why is my volume so loud? Anyways. All my interesting life experiences happened in... Okay then. Okay, there, but that's besides the point. This happened in 7th grade and I was best friends with this girl is the key word. But anyways, yeah, I was best friends with her and she talked to this guy before, the guy that I went on a date with. And they stopped talking. They weren't dating, but they were just like talking, and she told him about me after they stopped talking. Not like right after, but you know, just like, man, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, she told him about me, and I was like, cause she told me like that she told him about me. I was like, what did you say? She's like, oh, I just told him about you, and I was like, haha, you're single and all that, and he's single. So I'm like, oh, show me a picture of him, and she showed me a picture of him, and I was like, oh, he's kind of cute though. So I'm like, okay, give me a snap and like I'll text him. So she gave me a snap and we just began like texting and flirting and all that stuff from there. So after that, after like a couple of days of just like talking and getting close, he asked me if I wanted to hang out on the weekend. Yeah, that's what I meant. I said, let me ask my parents. Oh, okay. I just said, let me ask my parents, and I asked my parents, and my mom said no. But my dad said yes because he wanted me to experience dating and actually get out the house instead of being on Minecraft 24/7. And so he had to like convince my mom to let me go, and then she finally agreed. Okay. And when she agreed, I told him that I could go. So he said, okay, we'll schedule it for this weekend. Then I was like, oh, okay, bet. And then that weekend, he told me he was gonna go to the mall because his friends were there early. So I'm like, okay, I'll come in a few. And then I had to get ready and all that, and then I told my dad to drive me to the mall, and he was like, okay. So he drove me there, and I texted him like, where are you? He said, oh, I'm outside with my friends. I'm like, oh, okay. And so I go outside and I see him with his friends, but I'm like too shy because I knew someone in the friend group. But I didn't like know him, I just like knew who he was. You know, like, you know someone but they don't know you. That type. Where are you going? Oh, okay, GG. Anyways, back to the story. Where did I even leave off? I'm pretty sure he was out, or I finally met him at the mall with his friends. But you see, I didn't like walk up to him. I sat on a bench and I told him to come get me because I didn't want to like... I just basically didn't want his friends to like interrogate me because they're gonna be like, oh, who's this chick and blah blah blah. And I'm like, I'm a very shy person if you meet me in person. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm a really shy person when you meet me, and when he came to the bench to come get me, he was like, wow, you look nice today. I was like, oh, thank you. And then we like... I'm just too good at this game. Oh my god. But we began to like walk around the mall because he asked me to, or asked if I wanted to. And I was like, oh, sure, I'm down. And so we walked around the mall together, and I began like to hold his hand because it felt really awkward just like sitting next to him and not holding hands. But you know, when I'm nervous, my hands start sweating. So that's the thing that happened, the embarrassing part. And when we found somewhere to sit, he like wiped his hands on his shirt, and I felt like very embarrassed, but I didn't want to say anything to make it awkward for myself, so I just kept quiet and just went with the flow. Yeah, so basically it was like very quiet while we were just sitting there, like none of us were talking because it was gonna be very awkward either way. So I just like took my phone out and started to like take pictures of him, not like in a creepy way though, like he was like looking at my phone knowing I was taking pictures of him because I wanted a quote-unquote new wallpaper. Like I was the type of person that would edit pictures and make it my wallpaper, and that's what I did with his face, which sounds very creepy and weird, but you tried it, okay. So I edited a picture on like an app, and I made him not my profile picture, oh my god, my freaking wallpaper. And I would like look at him every day. I'm like, oh my god, he's mine, he's so hot, oh my god. But that was just disgusting. And as we walked around the mall even more, and then he said he had to go and that his brother was here to pick him up, so I'm like, oh, okay, bye. Like no kiss or anything because I guess it was like too early or whatever. But guess what? Like I didn't want to like call my friends to come pick me up because I didn't want to seem like I had like a 30-minute date and then he had to go. So I just like walked around a bit, like went to stores and all that by myself. And guess who I saw walking around? I saw him with his friends, and I'm like, what the hell? Did I just like get played or something? Like I just see him walking around the mall. So then there's me like on the merge of, is it merge or urge? I don't know, on the edge of like crying. And like I cried because I just got played on my first date. And I was just like walking around and then my phone started like dying. No, that's my final. Okay, thank the Lord. Anyways, yeah, my phone started to die, and then I went to the Apple store to charge my phone in the mall, and guess who I saw walk past there? Him. And so that's when I like called my mom to come pick me up. She picked me up. She asked me how my date was. I was like, oh, it's fine. Like I just had to lie a bit, you know. Okay then. And then, you know, when I got home, I had to lie to him and say like, oh, I had a good time, thanks for the date. He was like, oh, no problem, we should do it again sometime. Like in my head I'm like, yep, we should totally do it again sometimes, with my sweaty hands and you ditching me for your friends. Oh, okay then, GG. You called me a slut, but you didn't even try. You probably would have killed me, you 100-star. Anyways. So this wasn't part of the story time, but it's somewhere close to it, or why I stopped talking to him. So basically, after we hung out, I had this like other friend that I would like I like told her everything about it, and then a day or a couple days later he tells me that he's not ready for a relationship. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I still tried to be friends with him, but he like would never text me anymore. So I'm like, okay. And so I got upset, and I told the friend that I told like the date about, and she's like, oh my god, give me his ad or give me his snap and I'll talk to him. I'm like, okay. And I gave her his snap, but she didn't use it just to go at him. Apparently they were talking because I saw her on his story a few times, and I was like, are y'all like friends or something? And she's like, yeah, but I talked to him about it. So I'm like, oh, yeah, sure. And then I see her on his story again, but with like a nickname. Oh shit, okay. I forgot what the nickname was because this was like 3 years ago, but he gave her a nickname because they were dating. And I'm like, y'all are dating? And I text her about it on Snap, but my message cannot be delivered because guess what? She blocked me. But I didn't know that because I'm an idiot, and that's when I started getting used to Snap, I guess. I'm not about to die to an e-girl. And so I had her number actually, and I texted her about it. I'm like, oh shit, who's at my bed? Oh my god. I asked her why she blocked me. She said, I didn't block you, I deleted Snap. And I'm like, yeah. Oh, okay. So I believed it, obviously, because I'm an idiot. I still had him added on Snap, and I kept checking his Snap story because, yes, I was kind of jealous, kind of angry at the same time. Okay, bots, for getting my bed. And then I just ended up blocking him because I didn't want to like associate with him anymore, even though I knew they were dating, and it made me mad because she was a fake friend and I didn't think she was because she was like really cool. But yeah, that's the end of that story. I don't associate with either of them anymore, and I don't remember who the girl was. That's the sad part, but I know she was like a white blonde girl. That's all I remember. Oh, well, they can enjoy each other, even though I know they're not together anymore, but they're probably still friends and they can enjoy each other. The sad thing is, I liked a guy named Stone. His name was legit Stone. Like S-T-O-N-E, Stone. And he didn't go to my school. He went to another school. Oh my god, GG. Okay, hopefully I don't have to re-record this, but thanks for watching. Leave a like, sub, all that good stuff. Okay, bye.